Hey, how's it going?
There we go. There we go. Now we're good.
This is that new. It's a fan game of a fan game. This is a Kaizo ROM hack based on Bashi with the same name, but a different title screen.
It's very quiet on the stream, so I have to adjust that. Man. Alright. Should be good now, hopefully, volume-wise and everything. Alright. Let's move to the other channel. And we'll attempt to fix this overlay stuff as it goes on.
So for the first bit of the run, I'll be doing Bashi.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
So you can go ahead and count it in, and I will start the timer.
Alrighty. I guess I'll just start explaining the game after we start the run. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, this is Sheffy World 2 by West Slasher. It's a really hard Mario World ROM hack, based solely around mostly shell stuff, so you're always interacting with shells and there's almost no solid ground to walk on. Another thing is there's almost no checkpoints in the game, so if you die in any level, you're going all the way back. Trying to think, what else? The physics are slightly altered from the regular SMW physics. It's hard to tell, but it makes certain tech a lot easier. Well, one of many deaths to come, and there's that's the very end of the level. There are a couple pieces of tech that are used in this a lot that if the physics weren't altered, it would be nearly impossible. It's still difficult, it's just very much easier than it would be otherwise. Then you got some fancy custom stuff like the scrolling pipes.
Yeah, he crossed the gold tape while he was inside the scrolling pipe.
Oh yeah, and this is Shuttles. It shows my name on the screen. I don't know if it shows Shuttles' name on the screen for you guys, so.
No, it's not.
And you never introduced yourself, so hi Shuttles.
I was trying to remain distant from the run.
Well, people gotta know who's filling in the gaps when I'm too dumb or too focused to talk.
Yeah, this level the P-switch interacts with more stuff than a P-switch would interact with in vanilla SMW.
I forgot that that's even a thing, yeah. In the vanilla game, sprites don't really interact with each other. Well, different things, like a P-switch will just phase through other sprites, while in this it'll actually like bonk into them. And then right there, that's like a one-frame input. You have to press jump and grab at the exact same time to grab that block and jump in the air with it. Yeah, that level goes by so fast, it's hard to explain what goes on in it.
Yeah, that double spring jump at the end too benefits from the changes to how Mario holds items in this game.
Yeah.
Drops items.
Then this next level is extremely rude because it starts you off falling. And you have to know to hold right, then press B and Y. Then this one's just more of the same, bouncing around. Throw thing. Skip that guy.
It's about the only cheese in this run.
Most obvious skip in the world is jumping under that guy instead of popping that bubble, and it wasn't discovered until like over a year after the game came out. And then these blocks let the throw blocks bounce off of walls instead of just popping. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I just got robbed.
Those blocks. And yeah, that was terrible. You got robbed by your hands.
And then I have to throw the shell up in between bouncing off those guys, because if you're holding the shell, there's a chance the shell will interact with them, and it'll kill them both, and you'll just fall to your death. But yeah, thing about this game is the estimate I gave was 35 minutes, but the world record is 17:21 or something like that. And that's because this game, you could get really lucky and have a bunch of deathless levels in a row, and then there are some levels where like you could just fall into a rut where you're dying 10 plus times in one level. And there's almost no telling which of those scenarios is ever gonna happen. I've gone from doing a sub 20 run, and then my very next run was 25 minutes. So, I don't know if that's about my consistency or this game's just wild difficulty. Oh, the thing about this level, yeah, should probably mention, this level allows you to switch from normal jumping to spin jumping mid-air, which is not normally a thing you can do. So all the things that would normally kill you that you can bounce off of with a spin jump. Makes so, once again, no solid ground to stand on. Oh. A little too far there. He's trash.
Yeah, this is a gimmick called motor skills, and it's used. There's several hacks that have a level that does this.
Yeah, nowadays there's a ton.
Every level does this.
And the thing that's really unfortunate about this level, this is one of those ones where it can make your time either a really good run's time or a really bad run's time.
Just a heads up, people are saying that Shuttles is a little quiet. If you can find time to turn him up at some point.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Between levels.
For sure. This level's mostly pretty easy. Right here, hardest trick in the entire level, and it's the very last trick, and it's the problem with this level. This level will... It can very well decide your run. It's a nightmare. I was really hoping to get it first try, because when I fail it once, I start to choke, but we're gonna pull it back.
Yeah, he has to drop the shell, then kick the shell, and then bounce back off the shell.
Not only that, but I have to kick it in the correct direction, so I have to do a little bit of a left-right to make sure I kick it to the right. And it's like extremely fine the way you have to do it.
Hopefully no issues this time.
Once again, oh man. Well,
Yep.
here, Shuttles, I'm just gonna turn you up.
The wrong way.
There. You're turned up.
All right.
A little bit. If
The
they
microphone out of my
say
mouth.
more again, then you want to look at the chat there and let me know if they tell me to turn you up even more. Luckily, the estimate that I gave has accounted for things like this being able to happen. Because there's this level, the very next level, although not the exit that we're going to be getting, because there's a secret exit I have to get in the next level. The normal exit of that level can go horribly wrong very easily, because there's like, I don't know if it's a glitch or what you'd consider it, but I'll explain it when we get to it. And then there's a level near the end that is probably the hardest Mario World level I've ever played. And once we get to that one, you'll see why.
Yeah, you'll see.
But for now, you've seen all this a few times, so we're just trying to get through it. There we go, finally.
Yeah, that's it. By the way, the lore in this hack it's called Quest for the 5 Shells. He's supposed to be collecting 5 shells that he'll combine in the final castle, but nobody cares about the lore in this game.
No one cares about the lore in any Kaizo hack.
I know, it's kind of cute that West Slasher 2 put this in.
Immediate
gloves.
failure.
The gloves won.
And we just hop up in that pipe there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some people thought I was crazy for submitting the 100% instead of any percent, because the difference between the two is whether or not you have to play that one extremely hard level at the end. Really, I should say 2, because the secret exit you have to take to get to it is no walk in the park.
And there's the level following this one.
Well, the level following this one, it's not very difficult. It's just super weird.
It looks good.
It does.
Alright, here he's benefiting again from the adjusted physics in this game.
So I have to jump, drop, and then on the same frame, press grab and jump 3 times in a row. So I have to make sure I press the buttons on the same frame 3 times in a row. It's not that difficult, it's just annoying.
So in this level, all the sprites except Mario act like they're underwater.
I didn't mean to let go of the Y button there. Yeah, this level, because of everything acting like it's underwater, it gets to pull off some... Every time I do that jump. I'm being lazy with the Y button here.
I was gonna say, you dropping run inputs during a marathon?
Never seen that before.
This is a really cool level. It's one of my favorite levels.
I have to avoid hitting the shell against any of those guys as I fall, so I had to do a quick left right.
The trick with the P switch coming up here is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that one's really cool. Yeah, thanks to the slow falling enemies. Watch, use the P switch as a wall to bounce that shell off so I can use it here.
Yeah, you see these countdown shells all over the hack too, where you can tell already they pop when they run out of number.
Yeah, and then this one has an infinity sign, so it will stay active for infinite jumps.
Don't ignore this room. We're not entirely sure what's going on. Everything's falling in this room.
Yeah, it's just an endless void where everything is falling slowly and you have to... And everyone always yells at me for not grabbing this coin. I grabbed the coin. Are you all happy? It took me like 8 extra frames to get P speed to the tape there. Because 8 frames matters in Sheffy 2. And you don't get anything special for doing the secret levels. You just leave. West Slasher really rewards you for bothering.
By the way, I can't hear it right now, but the music in this hack is really cool. I've seen some people pointing it out in chat. It's all West picking good bangers.
Yeah, this is one from Simpsons Hit and Run, isn't it? Well, I mean, you'd have to remember since you can't hear it, Shuttles, but I think this is a track. I know what it's. I can hear the music in my head. I don't remember what it's from. I feel like I remember people telling me it's from Simpsons Hit and Run. I never played that game, like when I was a kid.
I know it uses the Simpsons theme as one of the Overworld songs.
And then that glitch or bug or whatever is coming up soon if I don't stuff this up, which I did, obviously.
Predictable.
The timing for some of the drops at the end of this level is extremely difficult. This spring right here. Oh, it didn't do it, thank God.
Nice.
So sometimes you'll go to throw that spring, and when it bounces up back into you, it'll go through you, and you just keep falling. And there's nothing you can do about it.
And
I've had that happen 5+ times in a row. I was really hoping it wouldn't do it. We're mostly out of the woods now. Everything from here till nearly the end is just cool.
This is my favorite level. This
Unless
is the
I do
level that almost caused Wanda to stop playing the hack the first time he played it.
First time I saw this level, I told West Slasher, I was like, that's too much to do all at the same time. I'm not playing this game anymore. And then everyone was like, no, just keep trying. Trust me. And I'm so glad I did, because this level's really cool. It's also one of the few levels with a checkpoint. So far there's been the secret exits, the one secret level with all the slow falling sprites, and this one.
Hey, here's the checkpoint right here.
Also, I'm sorry for that noise, people watching the Fangame Marathon. Apparently, my Streamlabs alerts are still active. I thought I closed them, but that noise just happened, so,
Hold on, I gotta go donate.
No, do not do that, please.
Everybody go to one stream and hit the Streamlabs button and donate right now.
Don't do that. I don't want to get in trouble.
This is all P-speed, it's great. And it's extra swag if you can get through here without losing P-speed.
Oh, I didn't do it. So that's just a lot of juggling. You gotta shoot fireballs, juggle shells. We didn't really explain that one too well. This stuff just goes so fast.
Yeah. Fireballs activating on-off switches is certainly not vanilla.
Yeah, that's at least the only super custom thing in that level.
And the boxing gloves.
Now, this has vertical scrolling, or screen wrap, so every time that shell falls off the bottom of the screen, it comes back on the top, and he's basically our companion shell for the run.
Yeah, just until the end of the level. Neat.
Unless
There's
he
a really
smacks
neat
us in the
part at the
face.
end of the level. And yeah, this is definitely a Mega Man X song. I can't hear it, but I'm pretty sure it's, is it Armored Armadillo?
Oh, I would know. The only song that everyone hates in this game is the one from Path of Plague, the really hard level I've mentioned a couple times coming up. And they only hate it because they watched me play that level blind and they had to hear it for like 6 hours straight. And it's not exactly a long song, so the loop
Okay,
is...
wait, check this part out.
Oh, so if I
this
touch... if the shell touches this green strip here, I know it's supposed to be a speed run, but I just want to explain this quick. If the shell touches this green strip, it'll die, and I need it for this part. So I have to constantly be throwing it up and catching it until I get to here. And then I have to do that again for when I bonk it there, get under that wall, and then finally get to the shell at the end.
Yeah, you didn't get the one up.
Can you get that one up?
You have to wall clip, I think. I think he patched out wall clips.
No, actually. Wall clips are not patched out.
I've seen you wall clip doing the spring jump and stuff.
Now in this one, my L and R button on the Super Nintendo controller, enable and unenable, disable, there you go, words, these blocks here, so I have to constantly be hitting R. I use R, some people use L. Shady people use L.
Dude, West used R to spin jump, he's a monster.
It's true. It's just to throw even more inputs at you while you're trying to not die. This part requires maximum focus.
Yeah, that part blind is a nightmare.
And if I activate the blocks while I'm inside them, it'll just kill me. So I have to make sure I'm not touching them when it goes through. This part can be especially strange for that. And that's that level done.
Nice clean level.
Normally I just call it level 8, but with the secret exits and stuff, it's actually like the 10th one you play or something.
Is that persistence?
Yeah.
Most of the level names are Path of something.
Yeah. Now, Path of Redemption, this is the one I've got to do a secret exit and a normal exit, and both are just bonkers.
Yeah, this is the Yoshi level, primarily.
The fact that I ever bothered to even beat these once. Obviously, once you've done it once, like with all things SMW, it's not too bad each time after that, but I'm not a patient man.
Everything's a little different with Yoshi in this game, like shell jumps.
Oh yeah, lining certain
Bounce timing.
this one right here, lining Yoshi up for this one is so hard. I don't know why, but that's when it's coming off that boxing glove, it almost acts different than a normal one, because it has to make sure it hits just the tip of Yoshi's shoes, or else you're getting hit. And it can be very hard to line up. This one usually takes a couple tries.
Yeah, you'll see some little tiny spikes in this level, by the way. They're just things that I think sprites go through and one can't touch.
Right there, the mid-air shell jump where I look back and then I throw the shell in front of me from behind me. That's one of the tricks I was talking about. That
yeah.
With the normal physics, it's like 4 different frame perfect things have to happen at the same time. With this, it's just a single same frame input. So it's not like it's super easy, but it's much easier.
All right, this is the really hard level one was talking about.
This is the hardest level in the game. Oh, I got that first try. I was gonna say I'll go through the intended way to do that opener and the way I do the opener if I die here, which is likely. A little mini midair there. And now for the finale, frame perfect jump off the P-switch.
First try.
That's exciting, that's really exciting. If the rest of the run was going like a lot better, this would be the moment where I'm starting to like really freak out about the run.
It's still a very good pace.
Yeah, in practice I was getting pretty much only 23s and 25s for the last like 2 weeks of practice, so. Then again, for the last like 2 weeks of practice, I wasn't one-shotting Path of Plague, so. Now we get to see the normal exit of this level, which isn't much easier than the secret exit.
I like the Goomba part in this with the stomps. Right here.
Yeah, you use the yellow Yoshi's power of stomping things into the air to juggle that Goomba until the end so you can bounce off of them. And then these are actually special custom purple Yoshis that can spit the sprites that they're holding up into the air instead of straight into the air. I remember when this hack first came out, Wes Slasher got a lot of compliments on that purple Yoshi.
Another good one-shot.
And now it's already time for the final castle, which once again is a level that thankfully has checkpoints. But it's because it has 3 very different, very long rooms that I have to get through. This is our magical shell that we've been crafting, our magic jumping disco shell. This is why we've been collecting the 5 shells. So every time I hit R on the controller, I can make the shell jump into the air so that it can travel with me throughout this room. And then I make it hit that switch.
Goodbye.
And now in this one, when I press R, I spawn a shell into my hands. And I have to use that. Obvious reasons. I don't think I...
Yeah, if he screws this up, I hope he spawns a bunch of shells.
Problem is I don't usually screw it up in a way that gives me a lot of time to do that.
No, it would be if you missed the mid-air thing.
And then I have the triple rising midair, and I failed it immediately.
Aww.
So that's an example if you release your midair too. So what's going on, Wolves?
Oh, I mean,
I just saw you appear in the corner of my eye. I was like, is there a tech problem?
No, I
Can't hide from us.
will be able to split, but I can just hang out, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's getting ready for you to call time.
Oh, yeah, because that's happening soon. Oh my god, I threw it up. I don't usually get too much height in that part. Oh god. Yeah, Walsk, you weren't there one night, but, I was, it was like the last night that I was, practicing before the marathon. I was gonna ask you, I was like, is this necessarily a speedrunning marathon, or is it just to showcase Fangames? Because, there were a couple, like, little memes I wanted to do in this run, since I knew I was gonna be underestimate. But then I was like, nah, I'll just speedrun it.
It's okay, you got your tutorial with the green line.
Oh yeah, I had to throw that in. It's just such a cool part.
You made up for it with the first try P-switch jump.
Oh no! Threw too early.
Terrible.
Yeah, if we weren't already behind, unfortunately, you could totally do things like that and have some fun with it.
For sure, for sure. Well, it's a good thing that I, monstered Path of Plague, because that was what I was thinking was going to take up the entire estimate. So it looks like we're going to be getting you a bit of your schedule back here.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who would have called Plague not marathon safe.
There are a bunch of people who called this entire game not marathon safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm submitting.
This part at the top here is another unintended strat he's doing.
Yeah, so...
I don't honestly remember the right way to do it.
At the very end of this screen, or room, or whatever you want to call it, there's a spot where you're supposed to use shell jumps to climb the wall. Oh, and I just did not release the shell. You're supposed to climb the wall and then throw one so it'll screen wrap and like reach you. I never learned how to do it, so I just use a midair to get across the gap. Yeah, just never crossed my mind to learn how to do it the right way. And I figured my way was already faster anyway, I might as well just keep doing it my way. Oh, I didn't think that one was gonna interact in time. Yeah, like that.
Right,
And then
here's the
lots
boss.
of Kaizo hacks end with a big Boo fight. This ends with who I call Mecha Boo, because he's like, it's kind of like a Boo.
If anybody in chat recognizes this sprite, by all means, I don't remember what this sprite is.
Yeah, if
The
he's
reskin
from
is
something, I would love to know. And then 3 hits. Time.
Time, man.
What'd I do it in?
You want to guess?
21:30.
Fuck, guys, are you
5.
serious?
What?
Love you, boo.
25-22.
25:22? Oh, the early levels that screwed me really bad, huh? Yeah, because the
you never
ending was really
that
good.
You can just pretend the start didn't happen and then it's a 21.
Yeah, that's how we'll handle it. Alright, well, thanks for having me, Wolsk. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you could make it to represent the Mario World community for maybe, I think, like, basically the first time.
Yeah,
look,
you were telling me that there's not many times you've had people submit or ever you've had people actually do Kaizo hacks on Fangame Marathon, so I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it was great having you, and it's a super impressive one to showcase as well for people who want to see the
Yeah, I love this
massive
hack for that
flex
because
that you
it's
put out.
it does really show off like how stupid these hacks can get.
So before we transition out, do you want to give any important shoutouts? Say anything?
Well, here's what I'll say. I'm going to shout out one person, and that is my lovely girlfriend Cassie, who's not upset with me that I had to come do this right before we had to finish packing for our trip. So she's wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. You have the URL on, or the like my Twitch handle on the Fangames, or unless we're still playing Bashi and I'm still.
No, you
No,
updated it. at some
it
point.
should be up there.
Okay, well then they know where to find me. If they care to. But yeah,
Alright.
thank you so much
Well,
for the opportunity.
Thanks,
This was
guys.
a lot of fun. And thanks, Shuttles,
Yeah, I
for making fun of me anytime I died. I needed that.
Terrible.
It's what got me to that one shot of Plague.
alright, we're gonna transition over. Thanks for joining again. Have a good one, bud.